Hello everyone, welcome to the video, and today we're going to be talking about how to get Ultimate Gley, the fastest you can possibly get her in the first Descendant. I've seen a lot of videos about people talking about how to get her, but they don't really go into any detail about how to get her fast. They just kind of talk about what everyone already knows, and that's where you're going to be getting the pieces from. That, of course, does not really help anybody, and that's why I made a list, because I was recently farming for Gley. As you can see, I have Lepic as well, which I'll be making a video on. That's another thing I do want to mention, is that if you want to see anyone else, like Bunny, Vieso, or Ajax, I'll make a video on them as well. But for Gley, we have one last piece cooking up, and then I will be able to craft her. And I found that if you have average luck with the way that I've been farming these, and I think it's the ideal way, you are able to get Ultimate Gley in about 5 hours, 45 minutes of farming. And I'm going to be talking about exactly how that's possible. So, first up, we're going to go to Gley. We're going to see this right here. This is what we're going to start with, the enhanced cells. And for the blueprint, there's 3 different ones. I think outposts are a scam, even with the 1-minute timer. This mission right here from Pyromaniac, you get amorphous material number 84. You get it from the Seed Vault mission. You can go to these missions from Albion right here if you guys didn't know. Just go right here, and it is an Echo Swamp. It's this one right here. So, for this mission, if you get the maximum score, you are getting 2 guaranteed amorphous materials, and you are also getting a 20% chance at a shape stabilizer. To get the max score, you will need to use multipliers, and the multipliers differ for each mission. Sometimes you don't need as high of a multiplier, sometimes you literally need a max multiplier. For Seed Vault specifically, I was able to do these runs. Obviously, these runs are all being done solo, and I am using Bunny, but I tried to slow down a little bit because not everyone has Bunny. I was able to complete this mission in 6 minutes 28 seconds, and in order to get the max score, you will need 220% of a bonus, so this would be good. This works just fine. You just want to be careful with grappling hooks disabled, because some missions literally require a grappling hook, and I'm not even sure why that's an option, because if you can't use the grappling hook, you can't complete certain missions. Weird that they even have that, but it is what it is. So including killing the boss and running this 8 times, which is when you'd be likely to get it, you're not guaranteed, that's not really how probability works, but in 8 runs and defeating the boss, this is going to take you about 1 hour and 20 minutes to get this piece. So now we're going to get into the next one. It is the stabilizer. This can be gotten from 3 different places. One of them is the outpost, which I don't like the outposts. And this is the one we're going to be focusing on. It's the Devourer. You can kill the Devourer very, very quickly. And it's from the mission called Sepulture. I probably pronounced that wrong. Not entirely sure. But either way, we're going to go over to here again. And Sepulture is somewhere... Oh, I have no... Okay, it's in Vespers. And this mission took me about 6 minutes. I think you can do it even faster than that. You don't need a grappling hook for this one, so if there's a modifier that takes away the grappling hook, it's still fine. And for this mission, you're actually going to need 240% modifier, which you're probably going to be here for a while doing this to get the right one. And you do want to avoid the no sprinting and no jumping one, because that's really going to hurt your time, and efficiency is what matters the most. So in total, you are likely to get the Ultimate Gley piece after about 1 hour and 5 minutes of farming this and then killing the boss. The next piece is the Spiral Catalyst, and this one is a bitch. Total pain in the ass, and this is the one that took me the absolute longest. The reason for that is because you have to kill Swamp Walker. That fight isn't 10 seconds like the Devourer. You're not probably going to beat it in a minute. Probably won't even beat it in 2 minutes. It's going to take you around 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes to beat the Swamp Walker, because he's a very obnoxious boss. And the mission that is required is Caligo Ossuary, and this one's going to take you 10 minutes to complete. And those are pretty quick runs as well, because I was running those when I was trying to get it, so I was trying to be as efficient as possible. I was getting them in about 9 minutes 30 seconds, but then you have to restart it, and that takes some time. And again, not everyone has Bunny. So overall, if you were to farm this mission 8 times and kill the boss, it's probably going to take you about 2 hours to get to this piece, which absolutely sucks. There is the option, if you wanted to go for the outpost, you can go to the White Knight Gulch and farm amorphous material number 102. But I found when I was farming this, this is actually how I got it, because I was kind of sick of doing the Caligo Ossuary. I got very unlucky with this piece, and I went over to the outpost and I tried farming it, and this was when the timers were still on 5 minutes, but I think I took like, it was crazy bad luck. It took me like 1 hour just to get 2 amorphous material patterns, and that is just not normal. But when I took it to the reactor, I was actually able to get it my second try, and that's a good thing because I really only had 2 amorphous materials. So if you want to try your luck with this, again, outposts are just pure luck if you don't want to gamble, because you could just end up wasting a lot of time. And obviously you need a farm for these materials. You need organic and inorganic. which you can get from here, and I've added that in as well. So with average luck, doing this outpost would take you about 2 hours and 30 minutes, maybe 3 hours, or potentially just 2 hours if you already have all of these pieces ready to go. But that again is probably the same exact time as the Caligo ossuary, so at that point it's just personal preference. We then have the ultimate Gley code, and you can get this from 3 different bosses, but the one we like is the Dead Bride. The mission required is Unknown Laboratory, and we're just going to go over there now. Oh, that's not it. Right here, Sterile Lance. And this mission I was able to complete in about 6 minutes 35 seconds, and you will need to be on a 240% multiplier. You can probably get away with 230, but you'd have to farm the boss at the end. You just would have to avoid killing him because he does spawn in some mobs. It's very slow and it hurts your time, so I recommend just jumping up to that 240 or even 250 if you can get it. But the total time for this piece, you are likely to get it in about an hour and 20 minutes. So you put all that together and you get 5 hours 45 minutes. That's where the time came from. Again, this is variable. You can go up 2 hours. You know, this might take you 7 hours 45 minutes, or it might take you 3 hours 45 minutes. You know, it all depends on how lucky you are. And with these missions, I would recommend running them 4 times each, and then going and killing the bosses and using your amorphous materials that way. The reason I recommend doing that is because you'll have 8 amorphous materials at that point, and you also have about a 50% chance of getting it with those 8, so you might as well try your luck there instead of just farming all 16 amorphous materials and doing the mission 8 times, and then you go to the boss and you get it on your literal first attempt. You'd just be wasting a lot of time that way. But that's pretty much it for me today, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like as well as a sub, and comment below the next Ultimate Descendant you want to see. But again, that's it for me, so I'll see you guys next time.